Welcome to you. So, big news. We have a retreat coming up the first weekend in November 2023. So I hope you can join. So the focus of this retreat is on stepping into a clear sense of reality, stepping into this quiet space of sanity. Now, with Kundalini, often throughout my work week, I get these calls or do these sessions where people come to me and basically they are in the trauma vortex and they can't get out of the trauma vortex. They are lost in their mind. They're basically telling me, this is too much. I can't handle this. I can't control it. I don't like this. I don't like the way this feels. And then they go into their feelings and they say, I want to let go, but I hate this thing so much and I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm trying to let go, but I'm hating it and I'm pushing it away and I'm crying and I'm angry and it just turns into a mess. And then if I asked them, well, what's happening in your subtle energetic body? I hate this. This is too much. And so with Kundalini, we need to have a vast view of what is actually happening. We need to be rooted in reality. We have to be able to see this basic thing. Just so we need to be able to see the basic truths. For most people, they can't see past their pain. They're just like, I'm in pain. I'm freaking out. I don't like this. And I will tell you, and I want everyone to hear this, especially those of you who say this every week, that does not work. That does not work. Like my wife, last week, she had a toothache, like not one tooth or multiple teeth were hurting. And, her teeth actually have been hurting for a long time. And sometimes when we're in pain, we don't think clearly. I kept telling her, sweetie, if your tooth is hurting, you need to go to the dentist. Like me, if my tooth hurts, I go to the dentist that week. But when I go to the dentist, I'm not thinking, my tooth hurts, my tooth hurts, my tooth hurts, my tooth hurts. I can't handle this. I'm thinking, I'm going to go and I'm going to lay down, in someone's chair. And I'm going to open to the healing that will come. I don't think that it's going to hurt. I don't think that it's going to be painful. I'm not thinking about the drilling or this and that. I stay in reality. And we need to do the same thing with Kundalini. We need to stay in reality. The basic truth with Kundalini is God, the creator of the universe, has chosen to awaken within you. That's the basic truth here. The creator of the universe, in all of her intelligence, in her majesty, in her divinity, has chosen to wake up in you. That's the truth. This is the truth we need to see. This is the truth we need to step into. We need to adopt this perspective. In order to adopt this perspective, we have to let go of the lesser perspective. It's like my wife, like in order to get into the office of the dentist, you have to stop thinking about how hard it's going to be. Remember, the dentist is here to help. This Kundalini is here to help bring you a new and greater life. So the first thing we need to know with Kundalini to get out of the trauma vortex, we need to get our mind straight. We need to pull our mind out of the mental and emotional trauma vortex and just acknowledge God is trying to wake up in me. That's the first thing. Okay, like what's actually happening? Because when we're in the trauma vortex, our mind is just saying, I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I'm in pain. I can't handle this, I can't handle this, I can't handle this. we need to step out of that. And some of you, not so good at even doing that, of just stepping out of this very persistent view of I'm in pain. I'm not saying the pain will go away. I'm saying we just need to step out of the view to begin with. God is waking up in me. Okay, like that's number one. Number two, if we look clearly, we see there's a lot of energy in my body, and energy just wants to flow. Energy wants to flow. And with that, we can ask a question, an inquiry question. What can I do to help this energy flow? What can I do to cooperate with the Divine Mother who has chosen to wake up within me? But again, if we're in that trauma vortex, we're not asking, what can I do to cooperate? We're asking questions like, how can I get this pain to stop? I want this to stop. I want it to stop. I want it to shut up. I want it to stop. I want this thing out of me. So if we come back to this basic clarity, God is waking up in you. The intelligence, the creator of the universe, has chosen you. If we think we're going to argue with the creator of the universe and win that argument, we are completely deluded. God, I don't want what you are giving me. We're not going to win that argument. We're not going to win that. You know, in a similar way, like if we were kids and we said, Mommy, Daddy, I don't want to go to school. Like, go stand out of the bus stop. You're going to school. It's not a negotiation. You're going to school. So God is telling you, I'm waking up in you. When we see clearly, we see energy just wants to flow. And so then we ask, how can I cooperate with this flow? How can I cooperate with this flow? And so now we're going to practice the cooperation. So if everyone could close their eyes. And the first thing we notice, we could ask is, where is there tension in this body? And can I begin to take some deep and full breaths? Deep and full breaths. And to help my body to relax, to help this energy to flow. And so we're just feeling throughout our body, we're feeling to the head, behind the eyes, the back of the skull, and the jaw, and the shoulders, behind the heart. And we're breathing, feeling, and softening. And so this primary shift of perspective out of the mind that's arguing and complaining. And we simply breathe and feel and soften. Soften throughout the space of the mind, throughout the throat, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Softening behind the heart. And so with each and every breath, we're breathing, we're feeling, we're softening. And so feeling to the surface of the chest, sometimes we hold a lot of energy. We fight with anxiety. We fight against anxiety. We clench, we grip in the chest, sometimes in the lower ribs, We're just noticing any tension and just seeing if we can relax any of these pockets or areas of tension. Letting go of the shoulders, the chest, the arms, the hands. Sometimes if we really grip, we can get tension in our joints, like in our shoulders or in our wrists, elbows. As we're taking deep, full breaths. Deep, full breaths, like deep, full belly breaths, really relaxing. And right away, as we soften the top half of the body, you might notice this Kundalini energy beginning to flow, beginning to empty, beginning to unravel, beginning to dance, and just trusting this basic truth that energy simply wants to flow, simply wants to flow. And can we get comfortable just letting the energy flow, even if it's a little intense or a little uncomfortable? We are trusting that this is the way. This energy just wants to flow. And I'm going to invite you to feel into your heart. And if you look into your heart with a sense of clarity, what does your heart need? What does your heart need in this moment? Like sometimes, often, there's lots of emotion covering the heart chakra. This emotion really kind of gums things up, so the energy has difficulty flowing. But if we look at this emotion with clarity and with compassion, hey, what does my heart need? What does it need? Do I need to forgive? Do I need to let go? Do I need to surrender? Do I need to step forward? Do I need to further open? Do I need to trust? And so as we're softening, opening, and truly listening to our heart, the truth of our heart, goodness of our heart, the radiance of our heart, letting this radiance expand and flow as we breathe in and breathe out. Softening and trusting in the heart and the ribs, the lower heart, the solar plexus. And so if you feel under your solar plexus, lower heart area, just notice, am I gripping here? Am I using my will to fight against the Kundalini? And many of you with long histories of trauma, histories of abuse, sometimes we use our will to fight against everything. To fight against this moment, to fight against this energy, to fight against anything uncomfortable because it reminds us of the past. But I'm going to invite you to see with clarity, does fighting against this moment help me? Does fighting against this moment, does it help me? Does fighting against the energy or the pressure, which is the same as fighting against God, fighting against evolution, does it help me to fight with the Kundalini? Does it help me? And so we're breathing, we're feeling, giving ourselves permission to surrender our fight. For some of us, instead of fighting, we just try to hold everything together. So when you fight, your chakras contract. When you try to hold everything together, your chakras contract. And if we go back to the second teaching today, which is energy just wants to flow, energy cannot flow if the chakras are contracted. And so I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath, the upper abdomen, and begin to open the doorway to trusting more fully in this path, this energy, this grace. Can you trust more fully in this path, this energy, and this grace? And if we take another deep and full breath, feeling into our lower belly, hara, just noticing, am I fighting, gripping, clenching, resisting? In this moment, any resistance will be us resisting God, us resisting the flow of energy, us resisting surrendering. And so can you give yourself permission to let go of any resistance? Any resistance in the crown, space of the mind, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, or in the hara. And so breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Letting go of any gripping, of any resistance, and simply breathing, feeling, opening, choosing to trust, choosing to trust, choosing to trust. Choosing to trust. choosing to trust. Feeling all the way down into the root chakra. Seeing if you can let go fully in the root chakra. Choosing to trust. Choosing to let go. Scanning the entire subtle energetic body and noticing, am I open? Am I relaxed? Am I receptive? And so now gently envisioning this energy flowing up through the bottoms of the feet, through the legs, the pelvic floor, through the hara, coming up through the solar plexus, through the heart chakra, through the throat chakra, the third eye, out the top of the head, then pouring down and collecting in a pool. And then again, this Kundalini flowing as you breathe in, up the spine, fully awakening, sense of light, brilliance, quiet strength. The root chakra, the hara, the solar plexus, bringing online a greater sense of divinity. The flowing, radiant, embodied divinity. Flowing up through the first three chakra centers, flowing through the beauty of the heart, bringing forth a greater sense of love in the space of the heart. As we're opening more fully, flowing up through the heart, through the throat chakra, clearing out any karmic debris in the throat, any congestion, any confusion, flowing with a sense of love and radiance, strength and purity through the throat chakra into the space of the mind, blessing the mind. It's an expanse of peace, of love, radiance, clarity, pouring out the top of the head. And again, just noticing the subtle energetic body is really open. It's flowing with light. The body is coming into a state of harmony. You're feeling and experiencing your spiritual sense of self as this energy flows up through the root and clearing out any karmic baggage or debris in the root, clearing anything out in the hara, the third chakra center in the heart, clearing anything out in the throat, in the third eye, and the crown. As this energy flows right through the central channel, blessing us with light, with love, with peace, with strength, with clarity, the deep silence and open-heartedness. And again, just taking one more deep, full breath, feeling this energy flowing right through the center, bringing forth harmony, bringing balance, bringing greater love and radiance as this energy flows through the root, through the hara, through the solar plexus, through the heart, maybe even exploding open in the heart. This tremendous love flowing out the front of the heart, right side, the left side, behind the heart, below the heart, flowing up in the upper chambers of the heart chakra, bringing forth a warmth, a love, perhaps even a feeling of bliss. As this energy continues to flow up and through the throat, purifying the throat chakra, healing, bringing forth an expansion of light. The throat chakra, going up into the space of the third eye, the crown, expanding one's consciousness in all directions. Again, just letting this energy dance, letting it flow, letting it release. Letting it bring forth harmony. Harmony. Throughout the body, throughout the emotional nature, throughout the space of the mind, throughout one's humanity. You fully joining with the Kundalini, merging into it, surrendering to it, so that there is no separation between you and it. Between you and it. And enjoying the lovely presence of what you are. Of what you are. And so, with that, you can gently open your eyes if you like. And so if we circle back, to the teaching, we need to have clarity. It's the first step on the path. We need to see that this is a gift from God. That something great is happening in us. Even if it's difficult, even if it's painful, that this is a gift that's wanting to awaken a new realm of consciousness within us. Now, I want us all to imagine, just for fun, I'm going to use this as a metaphor, that we are in a toxic relationship. With, let's say, someone who's super negative and pessimistic, they don't trust, they don't see clearly, they're not a helpful person. For many of us, this is what our mind is like. When it's been traumatized, we just get into a place where we're angry, we're negative, we're skeptical, we don't trust, we don't want to open, we're just fighting with everyone and everything. That if I came to you and said, I want to offer you something great, a new relationship, then we have to dump the old thing. And so for those of you who get stuck in the trauma loop in the mind, we have to put a boundary around that. We have to dump that aspect of our mind and say, no, unworthiness does not help me on the spiritual path. Like maintaining self-hatred does not help you on the path. Maintaining doubt does not help you on the path when you're waking up. Like doubt doesn't help you. Skepticism doesn't help you. Fear doesn't help you. Being attached to fear, resisting doesn't help you. Just repeating this thought in your head, I can't do this, this is too much, I can't handle this. That does not help you. This pain hurts so much and I want it to go away, I want it to stop, I want it to stop. That will never help you. It will never help you. So sometimes we have to see these thoughts, like a crazy ex. When you talk and engage with a crazy ex, you're brought into their craziness. You become crazy. You have to put a boundary around that type of thing and come into a basic truth. There's another way to live. There's another way to live. God is waking up in me. Can I open to what's here? Can I trust in what's here? Can I get out of my head and get into my experience? Can I breathe? Can I feel? Can I open and let this energy flow? Can I work with the Kundalini instead of working against it? And so